it's Jen from Jen's Extraordinary Life. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do what I said last week we were going to do, which is tackle the cabinets in my desk. I've got uppers and lowers. You may have seen my video. I'll put a link to it in the description of where I tackled my drawers, and that has made a huge difference. And now I need to tackle these cabinets, and you can see kind of a hot mess. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I don't even want to open those cabinets because I'm not sure what might fall out at me. So I've got some organizing things. We're gonna look at what I have. We're gonna pull everything out and then decide what we're gonna use and get everything nice and neat and straightened up to make these cabinets actually usable, where I can get to all of the things without fear of something jumping out or falling out at me when I open the doors. So come on and see how we do this. Okay, so the first thing I did here was start pulling everything out and sorting it on my countertop. I arranged the paper, shipping supplies, put things that I found in there that belonged in drawers into the proper places, and I had a couple of containers. One was a trash can, so I threw lots of things away, went through old receipts, old papers that I didn't need and hadn't used. I also had a box for donate and a box for relocate, because there were some things that belonged in other rooms of the house. So while I was sorting, I did that. Then I tackled my lower cabinets, where I had lots of mailing supplies and then just random things that somehow got tossed in there. Some craft supplies and painting supplies. I have no idea what they were doing in my desk drawer, but lots of tech stuff, cables and a keyboard and a mouse and all kind of things. So went through all of that and separated and sorted. Okay, now it's all out. Everything's out. You see, I threw a few things away. Evidently, if you need a bubble mailer, I'm your girl. So now what we do, I've sorted, so now we need to come up with a plan. So let's see what that plan's gonna be. Okay, so I have a lot of paper, a lot of mailing stuff, like this is mailing stuff. And then all of these envelopes down here are mailing. I've got scales for shipping things, 2 different scales, bunch of other, that whole box right there is envelopes to ship and mail stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna need one section for mailing things, a section for paper, because this is not the only paper I have. I also have a back stock of paper right underneath there, which needs to go live somewhere else. A bunch of tech stuff. And then the other thing I have is greeting cards and various cards in there, and a bunch of different locations and boxes and everything else. So I'm going to consolidate those. I've got various containers like these that fit in those cabinets. I've got a couple extras over there that are empty, and then some smaller ones in here. And then I also found a bunch of stuff that doesn't even belong in my office, like sandpaper and craft supplies and stuff like that that has another place to live in this house. So I'm going to pull out the things that don't live here and put them in a box for their own room and take them away. And then I'm going to go through and decide what I'm going to do about this paper and sort all of these greeting cards. So that's what we're going to do next. So while I was sorting, my plan developed and changed a little bit as I determined how much of certain things I had and how much stuff I needed to go in different spaces. And so apparently I have a lot of greeting cards, so I need to get to writing some snail mail. And I also had a lot of shipping supplies. But I had some things that I use weekly, like materials to pay bills and things like that, that I needed to have easily accessible, as well as shipping supplies that needed to be easily accessible. And so as my plan developed, I decided I would put those things within reach so that I didn't have to get that little ladder out every time I wanted things. And then my back stock of paper and all of that I don't use as often went on the higher shelves. So you can see I also went through my pens and sorted those into little smaller containers so that when I'm doing my planner or whatever, I can just pull the little thing of pens out and it's just easy to get to and reach. So the key is to make things accessible, easy to pull out, easy to put back in. I don't have drawers in my cabinet and I don't have a ton of drawers in my office space. It's more cabinet space. So you kind of make drawers by putting containers that you can pull out into the cabinets. So IKEA is a great place to get those containers. The Container Store, if you have one of those near you. Walmart even has some great things. And I found some containers that I'm going to use in my laundry room later at Target last week. So you can find little containers just about anywhere. I will drop some links to some of the containers that I used down in my description below. But yeah, just take your time and develop a plan and do what works for you. You want to keep like things together and then make sure that you have things that you're going to use often, easily accessible, and within reach. Okay, so it's all finished now. I feel so good about no clutter on my desk. Like I am really feeling good about this. I'm gonna show you what I've done. In these lower cabinets, I put all of my mailing supplies, shipping supplies, all the envelopes are in that tote back there, other stuff for my business. That is a whole tote full of pencils and a pencil sharpener, business cards and stuff for my business, overstock of paper, and then my 3-hole punch back there, and then all of my note cards and everything are in this because I use those a lot and I was having to get a ladder to reach to get them off my shelves. So they're on there. So there's that. That's clutter free. I do have to have my printer obviously on my desk and my glasses because I'm getting old and I have to be able to see. But upwards, I have just some computer cleaning supplies and dust things, and then my binder clips and whatnot on this shelf, along with my speaker and some other tech stuff, my DVD-ROM and stuff, scrapbook supplies, and some of my notebooks and my iPad cases and stuff there, some banking things and notes, all of my different various pens, and I put them in these easy, there's my ink cartridges and pens and stuff. I put them in these so I can just, if I want to use markers, I can just pull that out and there, I have it there. And so all of that's within reach. And then my paper, I've got my cardstock here, my regular paper here, and then my colored paper and colored cardstock up there. So looks much better, much cleaner. I can actually see everything that I have and use all of the things that I have. So super happy about it. So I hope this encourages you to go clean out an area, and it just took me like about an hour to do this one area. And it's gonna make me a whole lot more productive. So if you like these kind of things, I hope that you will come back and watch more. Like, subscribe, share, all those things. I hope you have an extraordinary life, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.